So for the first part of this video, we're going to be talking about the Nacirema culture, which is basically America but backwards. This was obviously done by Horace Miner, and just getting my review and kind of reaction to what they had to say, at least from my perception of, how he worded it, things like that. So basically what I took from it, they used complex words, some words that basic people wouldn't know. You would need to think abstractly to kind of figure out what they're talking about. As an American, it was even difficult to kind of decipher what they would be talking about. Practically from what I got from the article was that he was talking about the American culture and how they go to the dentist because they brought up scraping of the teeth, and they do it sometimes, 2 times a year, once a year, kind of all depends. There's different practices like just a cleaning, and then there's also some where it's more of more in-depth surgeries where they take out cavities and just work along the lines of that. Like I said, very weird. I would even say it goes into kind of the medical field in itself, where these dentists would have to get a degree, how they are, sought after positions, and they have people working under them, and then the people would come in are like the lowest level, and they would just be there, kind of doing what they need to do, and they would have to, abide by what the dentist in America would say to them. For part 2 of the assignment, I'm going to be going over a culture or a practice that is done by American culture, and it comes in the form of giving money to people for acts that they did for you. Like if someone did something for me, I would give them a form of payment. Money could be it could be like through credit card, something like that, and it's commonly seen in when you go out to a restaurant, someone is providing you with the food at the table, a service done for you, and at the end of the meal, you will receive the check, the bill, and then there will be a little line at the bottom where you are supposed to put an additional amount that you find fit for the service that that person provided to you. The normal amount to give is 20% of what the total was, and this percentage could be very easily found. You take the total and you move the decimal place from the cents to the one to the left, and then multiply that number that you get, and that's the tip that you should give. That's the normal. Depending on the service, if it's really good, and you can go over that. And then obviously, if it's bad, you would want to reduce that amount that you give that person. Nowadays, there's Apple Pay where anyone could request money. But yeah, we've just seen a lot of gratitude given to these people that provide a service for you. And this would be American culture that a lot of people do. Over the history of the United States, going on to part 3 now, we have seen a change in the form of giving money to people to show you're appreciative of what they've done for you. Going back, kind of, I was mentioning tipping. In America, it has changed a lot over the years with the advancements of technology. And it's gotten outrageous where there's PayPal, Cash App, and people can request money just for doing simple actions. There's online food delivery like DoorDash. You get the food delivered right to you, and you're supposed to tip for that. And it's just gotten out of hand, I think, in my perspective, because like I said earlier, a restaurant, You could also go to the drive-through, which you do most of the work. You put in your order, and the cooks make your food and just hand it to you. They don't do any cleaning up of any sorts, but yet you are supposed to provide them with a tip. Especially now, they just flip the pad over to you, and it provides the 20% right there, and they want you to click on it. Nice big illuminated with blue. Of course, there's other little options too, custom tip, no tip, but those are smaller, so you're not, so it's a form to get you to tip, and it's everything nowadays. So you just have to be on the lookout for that. Back in the day, tipping was seen as, not a really necessary thing to do. They weren't expecting people to do it. Very kind people that had the money, that went to fancier places, would tip. But especially at a fast food place, you would never see anyone tipping. And I just think it's because of the fact that the technology has gotten so good and things like that, that it's just more of it's kind of a easier thing for them to ask for it, because for one, you're not supposed to ask for a tip, but I mean, it's a switch of a lens, and you can see the little Padlet, where it's very easy to put in the amount and be on about your day. But going on to the fourth point, we got has it been beneficial or negative throughout history? And I see it as a negative thing. Not many other countries do it. You know, it's been a decline in kind of our history. We're supposed to be a country of hardworking men and women, and to be asking for money for simple things is just outrageous. For example, I helped a student recently carry his groceries back into his hall, and yes, it was out of my way, but he needed help. So I helped him out. Didn't expect anything of it, After I had gotten to his dorm, dropped off the groceries, he pulled out his wallet and offered cash to me, and I declined it very respectfully. I just thought of it as a really nice thing for me to do, and I didn't seek anything in return for doing that. So I just think that tipping should not be more of a demand. It's more of just a kindness of their heart. If you can do it, if not, totally fine, but it just shouldn't be something that is out of proportion like it is today in society.